Hey guys, X2 here. Welcome to a Hell Let Loose video. Now, this video that you're seeing right now was supposed to be the subsequent title that you see right now, giving Hell Let Loose a second chance. Now, that video is not the one that you're going to be watching and listening to me voiceover right now, because the original video turned out to be a really, really crazy game where I dropped like 52 kills. It was a really good game. It was like my first game returning from Hell Let Loose after probably uh, ever since the game launched into early access slash alpha for on Steam. And you won't see that video because I'm gonna upload this one first, hence the title. Now, a little background and why you should care why the video is titled the way it is when the day, and I mean the day Hell Let Loose went to like public buying to where people could actually go on Steam and buy it through the early access program, that's when I got it. Now, this Hell Let Loose only had, I think it only had 2 maps. And I think the day I bought it is when the map Foy came out. Gave the game at least 2 days straight to see if I preferred it over Postscriptum, and I didn't. I really disliked Hell Let Loose specifically for the gunplay. Now, I don't have any videos of me playing Hell Let Loose back when it first came out on early access for Steam because I didn't buy it through their website, because I believe you could have bought it through their website to play it before it went on to Steam. And the one thing I really didn't like I just said, was the gunplay. I really disliked the gunplay in the game, and it was just really difficult to just tell wherever you were shooting. Now, the game is actually playable. Hear me out when I say playable. The game's actually playable when it comes to infantry. Like, you can roughly kind of figure out where you're hitting people and where you can tell where your bullets are going, how to lead your target and stuff at range. And back when the game came out on early access, when there was only 2 maps, Foy, and I can't remember the other map. I really do apologize. But I know it wasn't a snow map. I'm really drawing a blank. I can't remember what the map is. I'll put it on screen here whenever I'm editing this. But it was really hard to tell where your bullets were landing, and sometimes even when they're like probably like a couple feet in front of you when you would pull the trigger, it just seems like your bullet wouldn't connect. It would just miss, and you never knew where to aim. Again, now, and you'll hear in the video that goes up after this one that I'm kind of complaining about the stuff, and in that video was kind of my senses of like, hey, I'm gonna talk about things I dislike for not Postscriptum, excuse me, with Hell Let Loose. In this video, I'm just going to reiterate that, and you'll see this one first. So, again, I talk about the gunplay. The gunplay, in my opinion, is still kind of iffy. I never know where to aim. I say that as I get 52 kills in the video you see after this one. And the one that you're seeing right now will be consisted of 2 videos put together, because the first half of the game that I clipped, it went really well in terms of like kills and stuff, and then the rest of it, like, I think it's 25 minutes, so like I'd say probably there's only like 10 minutes of the video where it's like an actual good entertaining gameplay, and then the rest of it kind of just falls short and doesn't want to work. So I do apologize for that. So there'll be 2 different games put together in this one. But back to the reasons why I prefer Postscriptum over Hell Let Loose is, first of all, Hell Let Loose, again, the gunplay, it's just, I never know where I have to lead my target. I never know if my bullets are hitting or not. I never know with the gunplay. It's still confusing to me. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, which is probably the answer, but I'll definitely play the game a little bit more to get used to that, and maybe my opinions will change later. The second thing is I feel like sprinting in the game is very, very slow. Like, I just feel like when I'm sprinting, I feel like I'm in molasses, and my character just can't run. And I just think the speed needs to be changed just a little bit, and I feel like crouch sprinting is a little bit more faster, which doesn't really make sense because can you really crouch sprint in real life? Or excuse me, it's like late in the evening when I'm recording this, late in the night. I don't know why I said evening. But the third thing is I would have to say is if I can get it on screen, and you guys, you'll see this in the video after this that I complain a lot about it. But they killed an action screen. So when you're shot and then you die, because it's like one bullet will kill you. When you're shot, it brings up a killed in action screen, and then it counts, I think it's 10 seconds. I think that needs to be completely removed from the game. I don't think it needs to be there. I think it's like wasted time, if I'm completely honest. No other milsim or military simulation tactical hardcore shooter has this. Like when you die, you go straight to the menu, go straight to the spawn menu. In this game, they need to completely take out the killed in action screen because I think it's useless. On top of that, when you actually die at first, you have to hold F to either give up or you just sit there and wait to see if someone runs up and medics you, which right now only medics can revive you, and I think that kind of needs to be... I really do think they need to take a page from Squad and Postscriptum, especially Squad, because I don't know if you can do this in Postscriptum. Actually, you can. Never mind. But in Squad and Postscriptum, you can either take your Surette or you can take your bandages and you can revive someone if you're not a medic. You can still revive people, but the medic's job is to not only revive you, but to use their medic bag to like fully heal your character. So I really do think the developers of Hell Let Loose need to take that in consideration. I think they're called Black Matter. I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I really do think they need to interpret that kind of thing into their game. I think the medic thing is just more annoying to me. I don't want to sit there and have to hold F for like an extra 5 seconds on top of having to just sit there and stare at a killed in action screen for another 10 seconds. So I really do think that needs to be... The killed in action screen 100% needs to be removed because it's just dead. It's just dead time. Like, it's just wasted time. There's no reason for that to be there because you already have to wait, I think it's 30 plus seconds to actually spawn back into the game, whether that's on a garrison or an OP. So, yeah, when you're dead and you skip your revive timer, I think you just need to go straight to the spawn menu and then just wait the 25 seconds. I kind of do think the spawn timer needs to be reduced as well. Instead of 30 plus seconds, I really do think it should just be 20 seconds, and then you can get back into the fight. I do think that with Squad and Postscriptum, I do think Squad and Postscriptum, I understand why there's a spawn timer that long, but it's just really, really annoying, especially when you're trying to get on the objective so your team can win, and you're just sitting there looking at the tickets go down and down and down, and then you could spawn in after that 30 plus second wait time and just immediately be killed off of spawn after walking like 2 minutes and stuff. I really do think it needs to be... The time needs to be reduced at the spawn menu. Again, this isn't just me being like, oh, because I say this, it needs to happen. No. I'm not a part of the Hell Let Loose community, so I don't know what the community is like saying that needs to be added, removed, and so and so. And I know they got a lot of roadmaps that have come out, and one just recently after I actually recorded the video that you'll see, I think maybe a couple days after this one, depending on when this one is uploaded, where they talked about a roadmap. I'll show it on screen. It's on the Steam shit that you guys can look up. And I know they're talking about more improvements to the gunplay and the ballistic system, which is good. I really think that needs to be like a priority change, minus the bugs and stuff. I guess kind of other things would be like the animations. Some of the animations is like wonky as shit, and they don't make sense half the time. But other than that, I think those are the main things that I don't like about Hell Let Loose. The sound design also kinda. I forgot about the sound design. The sound design to me sounds a little bit lackluster. I think it sounds too arcadey and too fake, in my opinion. Along with the tank noises and when the tanks shoot their cannon. I've noticed you sometimes can't even notice that a tank doesn't even shoot, and you guys will see it in the video that will be uploaded a couple days after this one, where I'm staring at the Tiger. the tiger shoots, but I don't even notice because there isn't debris coming out of the barrel as the shell leaves the barrel. There's literally no debris. There's no fireball, if you will, coming out of the barrel when the shell leaves the barrel. There should be like an overpressure. There should be debris, muzzle debris. There should be something coming. You guys know what I'm talking about. But there's zero. The only thing you see is just a little white trail and then an impact of the ground. One thing I do, and I just want to mention this quickly for anyone in the military simulation hardcore tactical shooter games, I know that's a mouthful, is I would love to see a kind of, I guess just look at Battlefield. So any explosion that happens on the ground, there's a crater. I know that's a lot of work, and that will probably cause the game to lose frames, and I know how Let Loose has a problem with that, where the optimization is so kind of wonky. I'm running the game at like, I think I'm running it at max or something, and I'm only getting like 50 plus frames. I could look at my settings after this video and then just edit it right now, telling you what my game is and what it runs at. I'll do that, so I'm not talking out of my ass here. But I know that optimization is a huge thing for the Hell Let Loose community. I've kind of glimpsed at some Reddits and videos and all that they complain that the optimization for the game is pretty garbo. And I will say, I think the only reason why Hell Let Loose is bigger than Postscriptum in terms of community-wise is the graphics, is the engine. Now, what confuses me, and I think I've mentioned this in a video before, is that Hell Let Loose and Postscriptum are using the same engine. They're using the Unreal Engine, but they look completely different, which I don't understand that, and it's just weird. I think, and this is my opinion, coming from someone who prefers Postscriptum, I think if Postscriptum was using the same kind of graphic style, I guess you could call it, that Hell Let Loose is using, I think Postscriptum would have a bigger community. I think it would probably have, because right now it has like a concurrent player base of like 400. So Postscriptum right now has 659 players in game right now, and it has like 400 in group chat. I don't know if you guys would count the group chat, but if we check Hell Let Loose's player base right now is 3,000 people in game. And then if you count the group chat, that's like 566. So Hell Let Loose is doing a lot better player base wise than Postscriptum is. And I just really hope that I really wish that the Postscriptum and Hell Let Loose community could like combine, and we could have these two games just live and coexist with each other. Because right now the development on Postscriptum is kind of just kaput. They're not making, like, as far as I know, I could be talking out of my ass, and I do apologize for that. As far as I know, the Postscriptum developers are not working on any new content. I think it's the majority of the community, like the modding community, doing it. And the only thing we've gotten so far to talk about for 2021 is that in the future, Chapter 4 will be coming out, and I think this is more of a modding community thing. And that's bringing a new chapter with various new vehicles, characters, and maps. And that's going to be the Eastern Front, which is Germany versus Russia. And I'm really looking forward to that. But I just really do think that I would love to see Postscriptum develop more shit, because I do miss the game incredibly much, and I still play it from time to time, and I still need to play it. I need to like record a bunch of videos for you guys of Postscriptum, because if I'm saying the game as much as I do, then I would be playing it, you know? So that's kind of my thing. If you say you absolutely love this game, but you don't touch it, and you don't play it as much as you say you do, then you clearly don't love the game. So expect a lot more Postscriptum videos, if not, like, probably more Postscriptum videos in 1 week than there should be. So, yeah, I do apologize for talking so much, but I finally gave Hell Let Loose a second chance, and I gotta say, I'm impressed. I know the video that you guys will see that I keep mentioning over and over and over, for people that love that I repeat myself. I do complain a lot in that video, but I did actually genuinely enjoy the experience I had with the game. And the game is really cinematic, especially with the art style graphics engine that they're using. I know PS and Hell Let Loose use the same engine, Unreal Engine, but for some reason, Hell Let Loose looks a lot better and more cinematic. But don't get me wrong, Postscriptum looks, in my opinion, plays a lot better. But yeah, I gave Hell Let Loose a second chance, and I was pleasantly surprised with what I got, considering I dropped a 52 kill game. I think I had the most kills in the entire server. Not boasting or anything, but my first game back in God knows how long I haven't played Hell Let Loose. Probably a couple years, probably at least 4 years. I don't even think the game's been out for 4 years, but I haven't played the game in a long time. Let's just say I haven't played the game in a long time, and I was pleasantly surprised with coming back and playing it. And I think it all had to do with that the release trailer. I think what they released or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely give the game some more playtime, I guess, because right now I have 10 hours played on Hell Let Loose, and with Postscriptum I have, funny enough, 69 hours in Postscriptum. And yeah, so expect some more Hell Let Loose videos on the channel. I do apologize for this video literally being everywhere. I couldn't make up my mind on what I wanted to talk, and I do apologize for that. But I just wanted to make a Hell Let Loose video on why I'm uploading more Hell Let Loose. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. You probably didn't, because again, it was everywhere. And again, I do apologize for that. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Hell Let Loose brings to the table. And with this roadmap that I'm looking at for 2021, I'm pretty excited, but I'm not like hyped. I'm like maybe 30% excited to see what Hell Let Loose can bring to the table with their animations, gunplay, and stuff. And hopefully Postscriptum can release some more stuff too to bring the hype back to Postscriptum, because I really want to see that community grow for Postscriptum. But I'm gonna shut up. And yeah, without further ado, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.